that was like the first night before I'd even got there. So then Gary, they'd left. They just, because they thought I'd been getting sent back to Scotland. And then so Gary was back at an apartment and then just got an Uber for me to go.
They'd left?
Oh, they'd left, because they were there for like 3 hours, so.
How many days before you did Gary arrive?
About 3.
Right, okay. Okay, what would it have meant to the documentary project as a whole if you had got sent home? Would it have killed the documentary full stop, or would it have, what would it have meant to the documentary if you didn't get into the States?
Well, I mean, when I was in immigration, Gary called Doug and he said, he was like panicking, eh? And Doug was like, what? And then he said to him, do you think there's any way we could shoot this without Stevie? He's like, how can you shoot a documentary about Stevie in New York without having Stevie in New York? But I don't know, I mean, I don't, nowadays there's always possibilities to do things, and I do have 10 hours of archive footage, and he was out there, maybe he could have filmed certain things, but the chances of him being able to organise that when I'm not there is like, there's no way he would be able to walk into the projects and be like, oh hi, I'm doing a documentary about Stevie. He's not here, by the way, because he got sent back to Scotland. Like, they wouldn't be as open to him, so he would have maybe been able to piece something together, but it wouldn't have been what it was,
So it wouldn't have killed the documentary completely?
Well, I mean, I think Gary would have done everything in his powers to get it, to make a documentary, because he'd been paid the money. He'd already had the budget, so it's like, he couldn't be like, just because I never bothered to get him a visa because it was too expensive, and I got a visa, but I never got him one, the main guy that it's about, like, he knew that they would have shafted him, so lucky I got through, and I managed to talk my way in through, but...
Is that not a bit of a mistake, not getting you a visa?
See, I think that it obviously, it could have backfired. Big time. And when he talked, another thing that helped me, like, cause my name's Stevie McGee on my passport, they don't know anything about Stevie Creed. So they put that shit into the Google and I'm fucked, right? So I think that really helped me, because all they see of Stevie McGee is like, maybe an email and this and that, but like, they put Stevie Creed and it's like, the Brooklyn Scotsman, shows in Brooklyn, it's like videos in Times Square, like, I'll be fucked, eh? So, I think, he should have got me a visa, but he got a journalistic visa, which allowed him to, he's allowed to come back and forth for 5 years and work. But when he spoke to the immigration people, they were saying that I would fall under entertainment, and they're saying it was going to cost like $4,000 or something.
Oh, right, okay.
Now I don't know, I don't believe everything they say anyway, but he's taken advice from some lawyer, which you can only trust to nobody really in that industry, but he was taking advice from a lawyer, immigration lawyer, who said that when he put my name into like something, that all this stuff came up about my entertainment and all this. And Gary has got he's 40, so he's got 15 years in the film industry. He's got a lot of kudos when it comes to that, so he could get a journalistic visa, whereas me, it would fall under entertainment. So I think, it was an oversight, but he was also thinking just, I'll be fine on the waiver and all this, but he knows now, because I think I told you about potentially they might do something more with me, I don't know, because he said that he got so much stuff, he would like to pitch a show or a docu-series but who knows if that would happen, but he would have to get me a visa if that happened.
By the way, you mentioned that you were planning to do shows in the States in September, October, November.
Yeah, well that's...
You'll need to get a visa for that.
Yeah, exactly. So, but my thinking is, partly the reason why I think it would be beneficial, obviously. I mean, if a TV thing was to come out of this documentary, like a spin-off thing, they'll have to get the visa for me. So otherwise, I'm going to have to pay for it. I'm going to have to go through all that bullshit with lawyers. Whereas if I'm doing it through them, they'll do it for me.
Yeah, okay.
Which is a part of that reason. I'm just going to get some water. You want in?
No. Right, okay, so that's you in New York. You're staying in Bedford Stuyvesant, an Airbnb. What is it you do in the first day? Is this putting a band together? Briefly tell us what you did the first day.
Yeah, the first day I was there, I had to go and meet the band, which I'd been trying to put together through musicians I knew from a show I did previously, and also new musicians that I'd kind of been recommended and stuff.
Okay.
So it was kind of a wee meet and greet, sort of get together in a rehearsal.
So what's the lineup? Drums, bass, blah blah blah. Tell me the lineup.
So I was meeting the keyboard player Carlisio Keys, who I've worked with before, the bassist Clint, the guitarist Drew, and the drummer Beza from the Bronx. So, but I also had a singer Monet who I'd worked with for years, but she came to a rehearsal after that. This was just meeting the band instruments, really.
So the next thing after that is meeting Cass and Mayer, because you never met them that night when you get through it. What time did you land? Meant to ask.
Oh, it was late at night. I was 7 hours delayed, so I was meant to be arriving about 6, 7, and I ended up about 1 o'clock in the morning. Was it?
So all this immigration stuff going on was
late at night, yeah.
Through the early hours of the morning.
Yeah.
So you never saw Cass and Mayer that night.
No.
You never saw them the following day because you were meeting the musicians.
Mm-hmm.
It was the second day you met Cass and Mayer, and I've got here. You went to the flat with the Crack Den. And you filmed outside there. So what happened the next day, the second?
Yeah, so
your third day actually?
We were walking down Nostrand Avenue, so I had like the film crew with me and stuff, and I was just kind of talking about different things and people, and then I went into like the Jamaican Ital spot where I used to eat. It was across from the Crack Den place, and they were like shocked to see me. And then we were standing like in front of where I stayed with Cass, the thrift store where Crackhead stole my window and all that stuff. And as we were standing, I'm talking about like, yeah, I used to stay here. I was waiting, I was meant to be meeting Cass and Mayer there. Now, Cass is always late, so I knew he was going to be late. Usually he's hours and hours late, and that's a common theme with him. But, we were waiting there and for him and Mayer. And as I was standing there, I was just chatting to the camera guy, and then I looked over and I noticed there was a guy like with sweeping up, like, and he had like the bin bags, and it was Ernest, Cass's father, who'd actually taken me in and stuff. So then I was like, oh, Ernest, and he looked over, he was like, oh, Stevie, how? And then I shook his hand and spoke to him and all that, and then they just interviewed him, and he told them all about when I came out and how he helped me, took me in and stuff, and all that from the beginning.
Did they interview Ernest?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
And did they interview Cass and Mayer that day?
Yeah, so they came in and we just had like a wee chat and they filmed all that, and it was quite good. They were high as hell, like, but yeah, they was good, yeah.
You didn't actually get into the
inside.
building itself?
No.
Like, you just filmed outside?
Could have if I wanted to, but it just wasn't really any need, really.
Okay. Next I've got here is there was 4 weeks worth of filming. Go through some of the highlights of the filming. I've got bus from Flatbush to Stuyvesant. The bus ticket row. Right, so tell me some highlights of the filming you did. Start with the bus ticket row. Tell me about that.
So I was getting Cass and my friend Paradox. They were in Flatbush already, doing like scenic shots and drone shots and stuff. So I was going to meet them in a few hours. So then I went myself, got the bus to Flatbush, And when I got on the bus, like, it was a